Part of goal setting that is really important, but people forget about, is to actually think about the obstacles that you might come up against, as well as your hopes and dreams for those goals, so that you can actually plan them out really well. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about a few of my goals coming up in quarter two, and the obstacles think that I might face, some of my metrics of success, and things like that, as well as my ideal outcome, and a bit about my why. So essentially the bits that I do before pulling out my action steps for my goals. Before we get too far into that, I am just going to go over what we are using and the week we are planning. So I am planning the week of November the 17th, 2025, and this was the week that The Wicked for Good came out, although I haven't actually seen it yet. So I decided to celebrate that in my planner by using this Oz kit by Cafe with Anna, and this was exclusive art to her shop. I absolutely love this art. I think she did a really good job on it, and the full boxes. I really like both her YouTube videos and her shop and the art that she comes out with, and it's so inclusive. And you know, Anna is just absolutely fantastic, so I would definitely recommend that you check her out. So yeah, that's the kit that I'm using. Foil wise, I am using a mixture of leftovers in pink foil and a green foil bundle from Scribble Prints Go, because you know, pink goes good with green. The other thing I do have is my underlays from Scribble Prints Co. I had some of these champagne lights and sort of yellow brick road gold. I decided to go with those because I have sort of, I think it was like 5 sheets of them. I've gone with 4 of the different underlays from the sheet, 2 of the heavier ones and 2 of the lighter ones, to make the days look similar, even though there were lots of different underlays used. And I think that's kind of everything that I used in the kit. I did go with the book underlays because if you didn't know, Wicked is actually a book, although it is very different from the musical, and it is quite a lot darker. I haven't read it yet, but I did know that about the book in general. It is on my TBR. If you've read it, let me know in the comments down below whether you think I should read it or not. I am in the biggest reading slump at the moment, to be honest. I haven't picked up a physical book in over a month, and I've barely finished an audiobook. So yeah, bit of a reading slump at the moment, massive one, though I've kind of got a life slump at the moment, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really finding, I'm just finding being back at work and things quite difficult, and you know, getting the stuff that I need to do done hard work. It doesn't help that we keep having viruses from having a little one who has just started nursery, and I feel like we've just had virus after virus or illness after illness since November, really. I was planning this week and putting like, oh, I feel down and in feeling poorly, and genuinely, I think since then I have been poorly pretty much the whole time. So that's good fun. Other things that happened in this week is it was the Southwest Planner Club journal setup workshop that um, was done by Beth of Beth Plans XO. There was a TPD mini meet on the Sunday, and we did lots of playing of the game Kiwi, which is a really fun co-op game on Switch that I really like to play with my husband. So yeah, I'm sorry, I am yawning, and up till this point, I have been editing out my yawns, but I don't think I'm ever going to get through this voiceover if I keep doing so. I got up very late today, and I am still knackered, and it's not even 8 p.m. yet because we start Bayla's bedtime routine at about 7:45. Anyhow, I am going to start talking a bit more about my goals and all of that sort of stuff. I'm just going to talk and see how many we get through, and then I will carry this on in the next few plan with me's. If you want to hear about that. Sorry if this isn't really of interest to you, but I do really like sort of goal setting and things like that, and I want to talk about it on here. So that's what we're going with for the moment. So I do have to say I use the Epic goal system made by Jashi Curran, and there is way more to it than like what I'm going to go over, but these are some of the bits that she talks about doing, and I really recommend her channel if you haven't checked it out. She does quite a lot of goal setting videos and things, but yeah. So my first goal that we are going to talk about is to complete the last tasks left over from the Great Planner Getaway, including orders and the workshop. So I did a workshop on modern calligraphy at the Great Planner Getaway. I think it went quite well. But yeah, so this is just to finish off everything that needs to be done. I took some orders there that I need to get out. And basically, people have paid for things and I need to get those to them. And I want to get the workshop video that I said I was going to do done because we are nearly a month now post event. Well, not, we're about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks post event. So I really want to get that up so that people can like take more from the workshop than just the one watch or the one going through it that we did there. So, like my metrics of success when I'll be happy is when the sticker orders are out the door. They are in a pile next to me, they just need their shipping doing. There are planner orders to get done. I've already achieved part of this because I hadn't actually sent my invoice for the workshop, and as soon as I sent it, they paid it, but I have done that this week. I want the video uploaded on YouTube, and then I want to do a reflection on the stall. The ideal outcome is that I will get all of this done in cycle 4, which is the April to most people, but it is 4 weeks and we are at the end of week 2. So I've got 2 more weeks that I want to get this done. And that people watch and enjoy the online version of the workshop, and that helps my channel and my YouTube reach. The obstacles I see coming up for this is that I don't really have the motivation at the moment. I'm really struggling with motivation. And so when things don't have a firm deadline, which these don't really have, I had told people I would try and have their orders out in 3 weeks, but it would depend on Baylor. And because obviously it's been Baylor's birthday and things, and I hadn't really accounted for that, we are at the 3 week mark tomorrow. But that was like a soft deadline. So to me, I've got another week and it's just quite a soft deadline. And yeah, then I talked about having printer issues, which if you watch my Instagram stories in the past few days, I have had lots of printer issues. Yeah, it's a thing. I'm not going to go too hard into it, but I had to replace my printer just before the Great Planner Getaway. And basically, my old printer is much better than the new version of it. And it's really winding me up that the newer version isn't as good. But it is what it is. And my other worry was getting time to do it, and my plan was to schedule time to do that. So I'm sort of looking at obstacles and what I can do to help those things. So for the low motivation, to set myself goals and deadlines, which is part of my goal setting in general. But yeah, that's how I thought I would do that. And we are getting there. I have made good progress on this over the last 2 weeks. I'm just not quite where I would like to be. I would like the planners to be nearly finished rather than about 20% of the way through, which is where we're at now. But I will get there, and I think I will achieve my goal of getting this finished in cycle 1. It's the video I'm most worried about. I'm obviously not, I'm prioritizing the orders over that because those people have already paid for their things. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think I'm going to get there by the end of April? I don't know. I have been on strike from the day job this week, but I have felt so unwell that I have barely done anything. I'm not really a big reel scroller. I don't fall into reels or TikTok very often, but I have spent like 5, 6 hours. My screen time is horrific the last few days because I've just felt so poorly. And I really thought I'd get ahead this week, and I'm feeling quite stressed that I haven't. It's my birthday on Monday, so yeah. And I'm at this point, I'm like, I just don't want to celebrate my birthday. I just want to get on with stuff on Monday and get stuff done rather than celebrating my birthday because I just want to feel a bit more ahead. So that's fun. As you can tell, things are going swimmingly right now. Also, you may have noticed this video is up a day late. You probably haven't because I don't really have a video schedule at the moment, but I'm meant to be putting a video up every other day. This should have come out on the 11th. So we're going for odd days at the moment. But yeah, it's the 12th when you're seeing this because it's the 11th after my video release time when I'm recording this voiceover. Yay. Anyway, my next goal is to lose weight. I am going to put a caveat on that because I know that although I am overweight, I need to lose weight not because of how I look. The reason I want to lose weight is because I am having some health problems that are directly related to my weight, and I need to do that. I also am not as mobile as I'd like, so I would like to increase my physical fitness, and losing weight is one way to do that, but that is also part of this goal, which is to increase my physical fitness. So essentially to try and reverse the health problems that I'm having because of my weight, and also just to feel better when I am trying to run after Baylor and stuff, she is standing alone, so we are not far off her starting to walk, I don't think. And so I need to, get there. So the ideal long-term outcome for this is that I will be a weight that is healthy for my height, that I won't get out of breath when playing with Baylor, um, and that I will be doing daily movement. I'm not calling it exercise, but daily movement, and that I'm not struggling and like overthinking food all the time and being hungry all the time. That's the ideal outcome here. My metrics of success in this is not only weight lost, but number of days of an exercise streak, how my clothes size, and also play with Baylor. My concern with this is my chocolate addiction. I eat a lot of chocolate. It is my vice. And I'm trying to deal with that by not banning any foods at all, because no food has inherently good or bad value. It's just about quantities. And the other things that I worry about this with is struggling to track meals out. I think that it's just using your best estimate. And my other worry is my step goal with being back at work. I think it's just one of those things that you have to accept that sometimes on work days when you're in work, 9 hours plus a 20-minute commute either side, there isn't long enough to do 8,000 steps and eat your dinner and get to bed at reasonable time and look after a child. So it's just accepting that not every day you're going to hit your step goal. And then my daily movement goal is to make sure that I do something every day, but there is no minimum. My worry with that though is that my minimum is just going to be one song and I'm just going to do one song forevermore. And that's not really the idea. But the reason it's so small is that I can't lie in bed at 10 p.m. and go, shit, I haven't done my exercise or my movement. And there is no reason to not get out of bed for 2 minutes generally. Moving on to my next goal, which actually is majoritively done by now, but this is to give Baylor a wonderful first birthday, including her birthday party. And my reason for this is because she is the best and I love her to pieces and I want her to have the best. My ideal outcome is that we have a lovely party on the 4th and a day on the 6th with minimal stress. My metrics of success were whether the party was enjoyable or not, whether the prep was done in time, and whether we had a nice day out on her birthday. The obstacles I was worried about were the fact that I didn't have much time when I was setting this goal and that I needed to do little often, and I had concerns that my cleaners weren't going to come like a couple of days before. And I chose to message them to make sure they knew it was really important to come this week. Our cleaners haven't been the most reliable recently, so we're sort of in this waiting mode to see if they become a bit more reliable, which at the moment they are being. So yeah. And to be honest, this goal has gone well generally. There are a couple of little bits that I need to do. For example, I haven't actually written her birthday card, even though it's been and gone. And there's a little bit in her scrapbook and memory keeping I want to do of her birthday, as well as sending out some thank you cards for her presents. So that's that goal. We are going to move on now to my goals journal. And this goal is to essentially set up all of my goals journal to help me streamline my goal setting for quarter 3 and forevermore. And this is basically because I don't really have a good solid goal system at the moment. I have used lots of things, including my own planners, but this year I want to update my planner to be a little bit more how I'm using my goal setting now, slash remove my goals planner. To be honest, I'm in the stage at the moment that I'm thinking I want to completely streamline my shop, but I'm really struggling with how to do that. And this might be part of it, is like removing things like the goals journal that just don't sell very well and that I just think like muddy the waters a little bit maybe. But anyway, so the why of this is that I want to have everything in place to help me set my goals and to make that as easy and streamlined as possible. The ideal outcome is that my goals journal will be a one-stop shop for goal setting and goal getting tricks and tips, which basically means that it is a place to check in with and to know what I can do to help myself with my goals and getting on with my goals. The metrics of success I set were completing each page, rereading 12-week year, which is part of how I am trying to set up my goals, and then having completed it, basically. The obstacles I'm quite worried about is basically not prioritizing it, because it isn't something that has like a strict deadline. I just want it done before the end of reset week and things. And also struggling to reread 12-week year and implement that because I found the way it was written not necessarily the most helpful, but I think I'm just going to have to reread the book, make notes, and then work from there. And that's going to be the best way to make sure that I actually tackle that, because I think it is a really good system. I've also using Shikarin's Epic goal system, and some of that's going to be summarized, and I'm going to sort of use those two things plus my previous goal setting to essentially set up the system that I want to use going forwards. Let me know in the comments, do you want to see another goals planner from me, basically rehashed to use the information I've learned over the last few years about my goals, or not? Moving on to probably the final goal, we're going to talk about that in this video, and that is my YouTube goal, which is to get back to regular uploads on YouTube and catch up on my memory plan with me's. So at the moment, I'm doing a video every other day, except today's should have gone up yesterday, so you should get another video tomorrow. So that isn't filmed or edited or anything yet. So we'll see if I get that done today because my in-laws are coming. Anyway, the why is that I love making YouTube videos and I love the community that I'm building over here, and I want to continue to build it. And that also my why is I really hate that I'm back in November in my memory planner and it is April. Like, I don't remember this week at all, and I want, when I'm doing my memory spreads, to remember what I'm memory planning. So yeah. My ideal outcome is that my YouTube channel grows as a result and I make a decent chunk of money on YouTube. I have become monetized on YouTube recently, although I do need to do some verification of my identity to actually be able to earn some money. My metrics of success are each week's uploads, having a video plan in place, that I get a week ahead on videos, that I get 2 weeks ahead, and that I get up to date on Plan With Me's. So I will be doing 3 videos a month, I believe, for this whole quarter, and then going back to 2 videos a week next quarter. My main obstacle and worry about this is having the time, especially recording voiceovers, because I need Bayla not to be around or asleep, and she doesn't do good napping. So there is that. But I think it's doing things little and often and using my Wednesdays when Bayla is at nursery and we are at home to do that. And yeah, it's just utilising Wednesdays, naps, and Bayla having time with her dad when I am getting on with videos, and communicating with my husband about that and when things will happen. So yeah, that is pretty much it, both for this video and those few goals. I will be carrying on with this on Plan With Me that should be up tomorrow, and then there will be a different sort of video on Wednesday, all going according to plan. And I'll be back to Plan With Me's after that. But that is all we have for this video. On screen in a few seconds, YouTube will be recommending my previous playlist of videos in this planner, and also another video that it thinks you will enjoy. Look at that extra little extender I added in. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!